It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Welcome to this neighborhood, neighbor.
All right, what's up, Amigo Like Geeks and Freaks? So we're not doing this from the Toy Room of Solitude because I need some room up here. That place is getting a little busy, so we're doing it from the TV room, living room, whatever. So I got a bunch of boxes, and something's got two very big items in it, supposedly functional. So we're going to go take a peek and see what it is. Give me a second to bring them over. Yeah, we do this shit live. There's no preparation, and we just wing it as we go. We'll bring this down a little bit so you guys can see this stuff a little bit better. And we'll see what we got. Give me a sec to grab a knife, and we'll open it up. Scissors, also appropriate for said item. All right, let's get the first thing. Let's just bring the whole goddamn thing over. Why not? All right, let's see. Oh, lots of packages today. Okay. I'm not quite sure what all this stuff is. I don't know what this is. This we're not opening live because it's a gift for a fellow Amiga liker. Let's see what we have here. All the way from, here it is, from Maryland. This was an interesting package. Maryland is 3.5 hours from New Jersey, where I live. The package went from Maryland to far west New Jersey, way past me, up and over. Back down to Maryland, back up to Trenton, back up to far west, back down to Maryland, and finally here. And I don't even know what it is because I don't even remember at this point. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Love these. These are fantastic. I think you guys will get a kick out of these as well. These are actually some pretty cool figures. They're made by a company called Fun World, who I believe, if I'm correct, wow, man, they just cocooned the shit out of this, didn't they? I mean, it's nice that they wrapped it. Can't complain. Just got to find the opening. This company, I believe, is still in business, believe it or not, making, sub quality products, but it's all right. They're so good. These actually were quite good. I remember when I saw the first one, which was the Uncle Sam figure. I thought it was Amigo. Because you take a look at it, it's very, very similar. He's 8 inches inside. He's posable. The neat thing is these have these little stands that their shoes fit into to hold them up. They are posable, but when you really take a good look at them, what's up, Sanchez? They're more A-high in nature. They've got the straight hands, if you will. They're not A-high exactly, because one of the things that these hands can do that your A-high hands can't is they can spin. That's right. They can spin. But this is Uncle Sam. It was called the series of Great Americans, the collector series of Great Americans. They made Uncle Sam. They made George Washington, and then they made the one that everybody I've seen throw into their Amigo Star Trek collection is they do the Abraham Lincoln. And so I was like, oh, this is great for, I can't even remember what episode that is. I know some of you Trekkies will know better than I do, and I've watched Star Trek a million times. I still don't know that episode, but just stabbed myself. Just kidding. But yes, everybody throws it in. They're going, oh, it's great because it is perfectly Amigo scaled. They were sold primarily during the bicentennial period of the U.S. in 1976, when the U.S. hit its 200th anniversary, and I think we were still a proud nation. Not a bunch of whack jobs like they are today. I'm not sure what the hell this is. Okay, I don't know what this is. What the hell is this? I have no idea. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Okay, we're going to find out. Oh, I know what this is. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. I know what this is. I couldn't figure out what it was. This, ladies and gentlemen, is from our good friend, Brent Sorensen of Brent Styles. Oh, my God. I forgot he had sent this to me. Jesus. I wasn't, I guess I was expecting it, but I completely forgot it was coming in. Shit, I need to be careful. Okay. So these came on the recommendation of Dr. Durant, a.k.a. Rich Hurley. And let me get these together for you. I'll show you these. They're very, very cool. I'm very excited. When I was a kid, Ray Harryhausen pictures were all the rage. That was Sinbad, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Christ, you name it, Jason and the Argonauts, all those really crazy movies. So Brent put these together. They're actually magnetically attached, heads and all. And this is Talos, if you will. I don't know if he can hold this. I guess he can hold his sword. I'm going to put him down a little bit. So I love Brent did this with the magnets. Sometimes I wish the magnets were a little stronger, but I think he has his reasons for doing what he did. But that is a very, very good representation of Talos. I believe this is from Jason the Argonauts, if I remember. Do I have his name right? Is it Talos? I think so. But anyway, it's from Jason the Argonauts, if I remember correctly. And I loved these movies when I was a kid. Fantastic. Oh my God, Brent, I forgot that I bought these from you. All right, how about this one? Not the same figure. You might think it is. Similar. Let's start with the arms. And then we'll give him his pike or spear, if you will. His pike or spear. And we will give him his head. And there you have it. The Minotaur, if you will. Badass, is it not? Thank you, Brent. And they're magnetic, so you can turn them. Like I said, if the mags were a little stronger, maybe they'd stay in there or whatever. But I think that's pretty good. He used to be a hitman during his college years. I wouldn't doubt that. He also didn't. He also did what was the other thing that he did, Sanchez? He jumped out of, like, dove into a pool, like dressed as a clown or something. I don't remember. Something where he was dressed up as a clown or he was entertaining at a show or something. This is from. Wow, this is fantastic. And Brent, thank you very much. I love those figures. I can't wait to get them down on the shelf and display them. This comes from a very far foreign country. It's international, very far away. It's known as Canada. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's a very obscure country to the north. Lots of crazy stuff up there. They even speak 2 languages because they can't get their shit together. And some of them love the bum wine. They also love to try and impose some of them, try and impose their values on other collectors while they try and dominate the toy collecting community and social media. Fortunately, there's a lot of good Canadians up there that offset this psychopath. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm very excited for this. Probably going to come off the card because the card's ripped. I was very excited to get this as we journey down a new rabbit hole. This is Washington. You can see the card's ripped from Welcome Back, Kotter. Pretty sure I'm going to be taking him off the card because the card was ripped, even though I love the card art. Maybe I won't. The card art's really good. You just don't find shit like this anymore. It's Mr. Carter, Epstein, Horseshack, of course, John Travolta's Vinnie Barbarino, and Washington. So each figure came with a little something. So Washington came with a basketball. Epstein came with, I guess, a bandana. Barbarino, I don't know what he came with. I guess a comb. Mr. Carter with his attaché case, and Horseshack with a lunchbox. And there we have it. He also did clown porn. That's right. Clown porn. That is correct. Okay, I need to make some room for this next item, or these next items. Give me a second to straighten these out. I've also been working very hard these couple of weeks, and it's been a little crazy, and I was getting my Grizzly Adams figure back together, of course. This shit is stretched so much, it's like down to here. So right now it's tied up, and I'd really love to cut this and have somebody sew it back. I'm not good at sewing. I'm wondering if it's worth the effort, but so be it. All right, let me move these over. These pieces from Brent are really beautiful. I love them. And I feel that he's very reasonably priced on what he offers. I think he does great quality. He stands behind his work, and I think he great quality. All right, let's get to the big. And thank you, Brent. I can't believe it. I didn't even look at the return address. All the other ones I looked, except for the one Brent sent. Okay, so let's get this big box open. Supposedly these work. Find out. The guy was very nice. He offered me we negotiated a very good deal. He didn't offer me a very good deal. I asked him. He asked me for a little more, and I said, bro, I just can't cut it this week. If you like to sell me what they have, great. If not, no worries. It's good. And he was very nice, very kind. Nice little conversation with him. He gave it to me at the asking price, which was wonderful. Helped even better. Although they're not cheap, they helped, and I'm probably going to have to get some batteries. Now, the deal with these is that one of them, I believe, is more or less complete. The other one's partially complete. It's missing some pieces. I don't know exactly what they are. Downstairs, I do have some extra pieces from that nasty one that was actually, wow, these are actually, wow, it's not even that dirty. I have some from downstairs from another one that was like basically in somebody's basement or something, and it was just covered, and it was lived in by bugs. Those are his winter suspect. Excellent, Tony May. I love that Tony May finds the silver lining. He finds the silver lining in every situation. I love that. Tony, hats off to you. Kudos. Okay, I think this is the impartial one. And I'm pretty sure it is, because as usual, they're missing the bottom battery cover. Honestly, I could probably, if I was smart, send it off someone who 3D prints and have them 3D print the battery cover. Can't imagine it's that difficult. Could be wrong. Let's see what we got. There's some parts in here. There we go. Now I think this is for the other one. Second, oh yeah, we've got some. Let's see, some tank bullets, if you will, or shells, and these are the Topper Tiger tanks. God, I think this is number 7 and number 8. Now that I think about it. Get these out of here. And the guy said they still work, which is even cooler, which means I don't have to do a lot of effort on them. Because they always show up broken when I get them. Nice, he packed his garbage, even a little piece of PVC pipe that he cut. Classic. But they're always broken when I get them. They always say they're broken. They just need a little TLC. Once I get done with them, they're not broken anymore, and they always work. Because if you know what the fuck you're doing with basic electronics, you can get them to work. They just need a little bit of love because they get a lock size. All right, so let me get these pieces together, because this one, I believe, is the one. Yeah, this is the one's complete. This one's missing some parts. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, that beautiful picture of my daughter. Okay, this over here. But he did say it works, which is pretty neat. All right, now there were 2 versions of this. I don't know which one this is. There's the ones that came with the black controller. The sticker's missing across here, and I've shown this to you guys before. You can watch my videos. You can even see I repaired one 2.5 hours on YouTube. If you go to myamigolike.com, go through the videos, you'll see. And then they had a green bottom. They're black on top. And then there's another one. This one's also black on top. That was actually green on top. And I can't remember if it was green on the bottom or black on the bottom right now. I have them downstairs. Some came from overseas. Some were here. These came out in I think they started these in 1967, and I think they ended them in 1973. And the parent company was the Deluxe Redding Corps. They made Topper Tigers, which initially I was like, oh, these are dumb. I don't want to collect them because they're a little bit bendy. They're about 6.5 inches each. But the neat thing, under that rubber skin, on the back of them, somewhere under the left shoulder blade, there's a button hidden under the skin. And if you push it, it causes the right arm to go up. So they had a bugler, they had a guy who shoots guns. They did all different things, which was really cool. And they had cool names, and they came with these real cool things. So this one's also missing the sticker. I do have a sticker downstairs. You can see it says Topper Tiger and that little label. It's missing the sticker. He said this one works. And as you can see, this one's black with green on the bottom and the green, you guys can see it with the green buttons. Whereas the other one's down, so yeah, this one even has a broken button, where the other ones are in reverse, they're green and black. They're screwed on the bottom, and then there's batteries that go inside. So we're going to see if these actually work. They're supposed to. Uh-oh. Sounds like we have a visitor. Oh, maybe we don't have a visitor. Do we have a guest? So I don't know where I'm going to put these because the 5 that I have each one pretty much takes up an entire shelf. Because with the barrel on them, they're over 2 feet long. I'm going to explain to you guys why they normally don't work. So on the bottom of these, there's motors in the back that move the treads. One moves this tread, one moves that. Inside here, if you take off this turret, it just twists. There's like normally there's a plastic, there's supposed to be a plastic, like a C-clamp, you just snap it off. Usually it's missing. But if you turn this enough, like this one's missing, this top will come off, and inside you can see the motor. Problem with these, they get oxidized. But these motors, even though they're from the 60s and 70s, 99.9%, actually every single one I've had worked. Every single one has had work. Sometimes you got to be careful. You got to do a little WD-40. You got to massage a little bit the gears, and eventually you also have to clean up the battery contacts because they get oxidized. You open up those controllers, you wipe them down with white vinegar and a Q-tip. You clean them until the copper turns shiny. And you give them a little gentle sandpaper if you want. I don't do that, but you can. Once you get them clean, you get them back together, the batteries are in, they usually work. So let's see if this guy goes. He said this guy goes. Now, the trick to these, what most people won't realize, and there's a sticker normally on top here. Let's see if this one has it. This one doesn't have it, nor does this one. Okay. So I have one, and that's actually I figured out how it worked. So usually the sticker's missing, but when you push this guy down, what happens is this top goes down, and there was a sticker on top, and this one's missing the piece across the front. So I got a little bit of work to do to get it back together. But what happens is there's a sticker that says, make sure he's pushed down or the tank turns off. So this button underneath here is 2 brass connectors. Those brass connectors are the switch for what gets the tanks to drive. So you can press the button, it'll shoot shells, you put them in here, and then you pull this back, and you can load more than one shell. You can shoot, I think, 4 or 5 of them. Pull this back, you can do it by hand, or you can use the remote control, and when you hit it, they'll shoot the shells, and they shoot a good 15 feet. They shoot pretty well. But what happens is people don't realize it's the on-off switch. So when he's open, the contacts, if you know anything about electricity, if the metal's not touching, you don't have electricity from the battery. So when it opens, when heat goes up, it opens. And when you push them back down, it closes. Now, as these get older, those things don't always fit together so well, and sometimes they go off. So you have to play with them a little bit or sometimes massage them back into place. But once you do that, you can actually get these tanks to run. Then you got to sit there a little bit of time, a little WD-40, a little oil, whatever you want to do to get those motors going because they're oxidized. I like WD-40. It's not great for plastics. So what I usually do is stick some old towel or paper towel in there, and I constantly pull it out and clean it. Once it gets on the plastic, it'll make it shiny, but can also kind of ruin it. All right, well, since he's not going to go down because he's permanently up and the mechanism that holds this down is missing actually he's staying down, surprisingly. He's staying down. Even the bar here that he clips onto is missing. Let's see if he actually runs, shall we? Oh, actually, he's got a screw in there to take a bar. All right, we'll do it another day. I have a screwdriver handy. But these tanks, he actually told me they actually run. This one's not bad. It's got one of the stickers. The other one's missing on the other side. And these are pretty big tanks. By the time you get this onto the front, it's a very large toy. Now, this actually goes up and down with the remote control. You can go up and down. The turning, it does not do the remote control. That's manual and you. The shooting is done. The shooting is done with the remote control if you like, or manually from here. It's spring loaded, and then of course the tank treads. One goes left, one goes right. They're very, very, very cool toys. They're old, so I'm guessing this one's from the 70s because it's in pretty good shape. Like you can still see the chrome, if you will, on the plastic. Usually that's missing. I got one, the kid drove that thing through the mud. You couldn't even see the treads in there. It was really bad. Really, really bad. What is bum wine? Bum wine? Bum wine is what homeless alcoholics drink on the street. That cheap, nasty shit that's in a brown paper bag. That's what bum wine is. I'll explain to you later. So, they made another tank called the Topper Tiger tank. This is the Topper Tiger. Yeah, the Topper Tiger tank. It was bigger than this. The end was bigger than this. it looked like the remote control looked like a phone, like a military phone, and it has a guy up here and a guy here. Actually, do everything, and those actually go for quite a bit. When I first started buying these, when I started looking for these, they wanted $200 for each tank, and I'm like, it's broken. The fuck is going to pay for that? So I wound up getting one for $75, and it was broken, and I'm like, I don't know if I can fix this. I'm like, it's really basic. It's just basic electricity. It's battery compartment. I'm like, you just clean it up, right? As long as the motors work, you don't know if the motor's going to work. And as I started getting more and more of these, so realizing normally the motors are good. These are really well-built toys. They're quality built. The motors are good. Not that cheap shit that we see coming out of China today. These are quality built, so they last. You're talking about a motor that's 50-some years old, and although it's not running all day, it oxidizes over time, right? It's just metal. It's copper inside, wrapped around metal, right, to generate electricity when you give a battery. Or when you put a battery in to generate electricity, you can move the motors and shit. And so basically, you're talking about something that still works. Every single one I have works. I mean, I had to fix them by loosening them up because they get oxidized. The gears don't want to move. Those gears are metal. No plastic shitty gears in here. Those gears are meant to last. They would let a kid go out, take this thing outside, beat the shit out of it, drive it outside in the grass. Matter of fact, one of these days I might take the shitty one over there and drive it out in the grass. We'll do a little video on that. Maybe it's no longer a tank. It's now an armored car. In any case, those are the topper tanks. I was very excited to get these. If you have not seen them before, go to myamigolike.com on YouTube. Find the video on fixing a topper tiger tank. I did a whole video on taking it apart, putting it back together. It's not really complicated, and you don't have to be a rocket scientist. Matter of fact, you just need to know the basics of how electricity works. And that's basically, if it's closed, the electricity can run. When you break the circuit, it can't work, right? That's it. All right, that's it for today. Other than that, I got to get some shit done because I'm fucking exhausted. I got some packing to do. Got to get my mother's birthday present out. I got to get a special gift out for a friend who has been more than helpful in a million ways and definitely deserves a little something to offer him some thanks and some cheer. Hopefully, you guys are going great. Other than that, have a great day and peace, bitches. Let's roll that music, shall we? Let's do it. Let's just play the music. And we'll do this.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Welcome to this neighborhood, neighbor.
Peace, bitches.